This is the Mystic Mind. Welcome to the starting line of the hypnosis race. By the time you're done listening to this, you will be ready to do something productive. So be sure you can devote at least an hour to work on something after listening to this. This file is a bit different and experimental, but as long as you're open and willing to go in a different direction and try something new just to see where it leads, this will be a great experience for you. The hypnosis race is a lot like a travel reality TV show. If you've ever watched something like that, the show usually follows contestants as they move through a location or many locations around the world, completing tasks and challenges each place they go. To win, they need to fully understand the clues and instructions provided along the way. The hypnosis race is the same. It requires focus and concentration. Maybe for just the duration of this file, you can pretend you're like an athlete that is in the zone. Have you ever seen or watched a professional athlete when they're at their best? So focused, so assured of how their body is moving, knowing exactly what thoughts they need to think so they can stay in the zone. They're able to focus on the game and nothing but that. But before any race, you have to make sure you're prepared too. So I'm going to give you some instructions, and it is important that you follow them to the best of your ability so you can cross that finish line. That means you might need to stop and pause this file once or twice to make sure you have what you need to continue. And to be clear, this experience will require your full participation because with hypnosis, nothing will happen if you don't participate. Why? Because hypnosis is actually about learning in new ways, and that doesn't happen magically on its own. For this to work, you have to follow along. The first task is this. Come up with 2 different positions you can rest your body in as you listen to this. Right now, you might be sitting or lying down. Think of 2 other ways you can position your body differently from the way you're resting now. It could be a different way of sitting in your seat. Maybe you like to pose as if taking a picture. Maybe you can move to face a different wall. You could choose to sit in another part of the room or on another part of the couch or bed. Just make sure that these are 2 distinct positions and that in order to get into them, a small amount of movement must be made. Make sure your leg or arm won't fall asleep or feel unpleasant if you were to hold those positions for a while, and that your head, neck, and back will be supported. Make sure that nothing is obstructing your way into these positions and that you will still be able to hear this audio when you move into them. Pause this now if you need some time to think. Have some ideas? Okay. Now let's make sure you can remember those positions. Think about going into position number 1. Just think about it. No need to move yet. Now position 2. Got them clear in your mind? Good. Now give each position a nickname that you can remember. Probably something short and sweet. For instance, if one position is laying down flat, you can call it simply flat. Pause this if you need more time to think of some nicknames. Do you have some ideas? Good. Here's the second thing you'll need to do. Think about a task or series of tasks that you would like to get done in the next hour immediately after you finish listening to this. Maybe it would be good to do chores right now or work on a hobby that you like. Whatever it is, make sure that you have everything set up for you to do that task when you're done listening to this. You should have any tools or supplies at the ready. If you typically listen to music while you're working on something, have that ready. Open up any applications, find any documents, have it all set up for you to hit the ground running once this audio ends. Pause this now if you need time to set up. If you find yourself wanting to listen to this again, come back to this timestamp if you already have the 2 positions and a task to work on in mind. All right, ready to go? Good. Now think about the positions you created nicknames for. Position number 1 and position number 2. Now think about the task or series of tasks you would like to get done in the next hour. Good. Here's the third thing. If you can, I'd like for you to stand up if you're sitting down. If standing isn't your journey, don't worry. I have something for you in a moment. But if you can, please stand up now and put part of your focus on your breathing. In and out. And part of your focus should be on these words, even if it seems like what I have to say doesn't apply to you. Now, if standing up isn't your journey, straighten your back as if you're trying to maintain perfect posture. Your back should be even straighter than it usually is, even if you typically maintain good posture. And just hold that position for a moment, listening to this, but holding that position for just a moment, even if what I say doesn't seem to apply to you right now, because eventually that position will change. And don't worry, you'll know when the time is right to change it. Now, if your back isn't having any of that today, you can move a part of your body in a different spot, in a way that's comfortable for you. You're doing this right if you shifted in some way, from sitting to standing, standing to sitting, sitting back in your seat or sitting fully upright. Maybe you were relaxing one way and now you're relaxing in another. It all works. Go ahead and nod if you shifted in some way just now. Good. You took some sort of action. Something you did made a small change. There might be slight change in how you feel too now. Maybe you can feel a slight change in your body or in your mind. Maybe both. Now think about the positions you chose earlier now, the ones with the nicknames. Position number 1's nickname is, and position number 2's nickname is. Good. Now think about the task or series of tasks you would like to get done in the next hour. Great. If you're sitting or lying down right now, just focus on your breathing for the next few moments, but continue to listen. If you're standing up right now, I want you to make sure that you have something sturdy enough for you to fall back into from where you're standing. Make sure that you will be completely safe if you were to fall back into a chair or couch or bed. Make sure you will not hurt yourself if you were to fall backwards into a new position, perhaps lying or sitting down. Take a moment to imagine what an impulse to fall would be like, but don't fall just yet. Just imagine yourself taking action and letting go in a way that's completely 100% safe. No matter what position you're in or will be in, you will not do or consider anything during this experience that you feel will cause you discomfort. To win the race is to be relaxed and safe and relaxed. Imagining yourself falling into trance. Continuing to listen, even if what I say doesn't seem to apply to you, but you may find certain words or phrases stick out to you. If that's the case, you can assume those words are for you to follow. Don't think about it too much, just follow what feels like momentum to you. Now think about the position you're in right now, either sitting, lying down, or standing, or having moved yourself in some way, waiting for the race to start, waiting for someone to say go deep into trance, and imagining the exhilaration of falling deeper and deeper once someone tells you to go into trance. Focusing, playing along, relaxing even more. And no matter if you're sitting or standing or lying down or just deeply relaxed, you should be in a different position than you were when you started listening to this. You should feel you can safely let go of that position if you were to completely and totally relax. Are you following these instructions carefully? Go ahead and nod to confirm. Good. Now we're cooking with gas. One more time to make sure you've got it. One more time, imagine yourself moving into these two positions that you came up with earlier, the ones with the nicknames. Position number 1, imagining yourself moving into that position. And position 2, imagining yourself just automatically shifting into it without much thought. Now remember the task or series of tasks that you will get done in the next hour, easily and effortlessly. Imagining yourself being focused, finding aspects of the task you enjoy, gaining momentum and getting it done. Good. You will get this next task done too. The next task is to sleep, because you're feeling the impulse now to fall back and let go now. And you can just follow that impulse to fall now. Go ahead and just fall, just letting it happen. Maybe starting to feel a heaviness in your eyelids as you think about what it would be like to become so relaxed that you can't help but just let your body sink down all at once, allowing it to happen without any effort, easily creating that experience for yourself. And now that you're sure that falling back or falling deep is good to do right now, I can confirm that the next task is to drop, letting your body go loose, limp, and relaxed, falling faster and faster, deeper and deeper, opening up your mind to your full inner power, the highest version of you, shifting into whoever you want to be in this now moment. Really feeling that heaviness all over in your eyelids and every part of your body all at once, pulling you down. Taking the lead in this hypnosis race, focusing and concentrating. In fact, you can direct your focus on the task of allowing your eyelids to close if they haven't already, but only allowing them to close when you are sure you can safely fall into a chair or bed or inside your mind so that you can rest completely. That's it. Just let yourself sleep. Breathing deeply in and out. And once you fall back, you can start to feel the impulse to shift positions. You can be assured that it will feel good to do so because you're feeling good right now. And by taking action, this momentum of feeling good and relaxed can only continue. No matter what new position you're in now or will be in as you start to move, you're in the flow, ensuring your safety at all times. If your eyes are closed and you need to open them to safely move from one position to the next, you can do so easily. And just as easily, once you've made a move, you can close them if you like, and rest deeply into trance until you feel the impulse to move again. The special thing about a hypnosis race is that even though it is a race, you can still go at your own pace. So whenever you're ready, whether it's now or later, you can just go ahead and move into a new position, position 1 or position 2. As soon as you find yourself in a new position, hold yourself there for as long as comfortable until you feel the impulse to move into a different position, the ones you nicknamed, moving into position 1 or position 2, maybe back into position 1 or position 2, knowing that no matter how you move, you're accomplishing what you set out to do, experiencing hypnosis. Even if all you did was remain where you are for now, you're doing well, having shifted and having created a new experience for yourself, exploring something you are curious about or something you're familiar with, the concept of hypnosis, the practice of hypnosis. And with hypnosis, you can shift perspectives and learn in fun new ways. You can accomplish what you set out to do when you clicked on this, shifting positions in a way that feels good to you. First, by having the thought to shift, then feeling the impulse to shift. Then you can picture yourself shifting into position 1 or position 2 with no effort at all. Shifting positions now, just to see what it would be like to imagine that impulse, until you feel that impulse happening now, so that you can follow it and take action without delay, without distractions, just following the impulse to move in some way. You can move into the next position as you imagine yourself completing that task or series of tasks you named earlier. Think about the reason you named it. Why do you want to get these things done? How would you feel once you've completed it? What would it be like to stay in the zone throughout this experience, and then moving into the next hour, moving along through your task without distraction? Knowing the thought wouldn't have come to your mind if there wasn't at least a part of you that believes you can complete the task just fine. There are no obstacles here. You can take the action. Whatever you want to get done, you can just do it. Just like shifting from one position to another right now, allowing the momentum of these words to carry you. All you have to do is follow. Make the shift deeper into trance. And when you feel you've gone deep enough, perhaps you might be curious about what it would be like to go even deeper, to go through the motions easily, taking action. You might even find yourself enjoying the sensation of taking action, the movement and momentum that occurs when shifting from one position to another, as much as you like, as little as you like completing a lap in a race or a loop, just doing it automatically, taking action with ease, going from position 1 to position 2 and back to position 1, moving from one spot to another, shifting one way, shifting another way, but doing it at a pace that remains comfortable and satisfying to you. And it is deeply satisfying to accomplish what you set out to do in your own time. There is satisfaction in taking an action and making a change, no matter how small. Because each task you complete, each position you move into, means you completed a leg of the race. And as you move through each leg of the race, you feel a sense of accomplishment. And you can continue to find that feeling as you continue to take action from one position to another, from one task to another, easily and effortlessly, following along, feeling safe and secure, going deeper and deeper, but doing so with ease, staying in tune with yourself, knowing that you can pause and resume if you need to, knowing that you can honor your mind and body. You can be in the flow. You can be in flow, even if you haven't been in flow for a very long time. All you need to do is think of those two positions, the nicknames you gave them, and how easy it is to just move into the next position now, and how you created that experience for yourself in your mind and maybe in your body. You can continue to create experiences of satisfaction for yourself as soon as this audio is done, as soon as you hear me stop talking, by working on the task or series of tasks you'd like to do within the next hour. And it's almost like you didn't even notice the race had already started. Someone shouted, "Go!" and you were off, doing exactly what you're doing now, listening, following along, which means you earned a clue to the next leg of the race. Listen carefully. This can give you an advantage in the race, and if you understand it, you'll know exactly how to move, how to shift. Here's the clue. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can, and it is becoming easier and easier to take action. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can, and it is becoming easier and easier to take action. If you haven't experienced the sensation of moving into a new position, you can do so now. If you have, you can do so again. You can go ahead and follow that impulse, even if it's just to follow a curiosity, if only to experience something a little different, knowing that if you just do it now, you can say that you did it, and you'll feel better having made even a little bit of progress in the race, in the task you want to start doing immediately after this, and shifting positions, just taking action, easily and effortlessly, doing what you need to maintain your comfort, pausing to take breaks if you need to, but continuing with the task until you feel satisfied. Thinking about switching positions is more progress than not thinking about it at all. And you've thought about it quite a lot, haven't you? And moving through the positions once is more progress than not moving through them at all. All it means is that you're allowing these suggestions to affect you in a way that achieves the results you wish to experience. Now remember the last clue. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can, and it is becoming easier and easier to take action. For this next leg of the race, you can open your eyes if you have them closed. Open your eyes now if you have them closed, and observe 2 things you can see, hear, or feel right now. Observe 2 things you can see, hear, or feel. Maybe you can zero your gaze in on something in front of you, or maybe you notice a color, or maybe it's a picture in your mind of a task you would like to do immediately after this audio is finished. You can notice something you can hear. Maybe there's some background noise. Maybe you can notice the music in the background of this audio, or just my voice. Or maybe you're not really hearing anything in particular. So you can notice something you can feel. Maybe you can feel the sensation your body is in. Maybe you can feel the impulse to move in a different position now. Maybe into one of the positions you picked nicknames for earlier, as it will be easy enough to do so. You can feel yourself wanting to follow that impulse, knowing you've already confirmed that it is safe and secure for you to do so. And perhaps if you've already done it, you wouldn't mind completing the task this time too. After all, it feels so satisfying to imagine something in your mind's eye and seeing yourself follow through. So go ahead and shift positions. It's easy. You're in the zone. Deeper and deeper, winning this race. If you moved positions at least once since you started listening, either in your mind or in your body, you can know you're doing amazing in this race. You've earned another clue for the next leg. Here it is. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can. And it is becoming easier and easier to take action. Did you catch that? Let me read it again. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can. And it is becoming easier and easier to take action. Deeper and deeper, closing those eyes if you haven't already, and just letting yourself sink into whatever you're resting on. Deeper and deeper, realizing that the more relaxed you become, the more you will feel that impulse to take action on things you want to do. Whether it is following a suggestion or completing a task, the more relaxed you become, the more you will feel the impulse to take action on things you want to do. The next action you can take is easy. Once you're safely in a position and you're not in the middle of any movement, just pause there and allow yourself to fall into an even deeper state of trance. I will count down and you will fall into a deeper state of trance. So make sure by the time I get to 1, you are safely able to let go in whatever position you're in. Maybe finding the energy to shift positions one last time as you near the pit stop for this leg of the race. 10. This leg of the race is reaching its end, drifting deeper, making the final shift deep into trance. 9. Falling back once more, blissful relaxation flowing throughout your body once again as you fall back into trance, completing the task. 8. Whether you drop into a deeper trance now or later, now you know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. You can take action. You can drop deeper now, relaxing even more with 7. Knowing that you can experience difficult things and still find joy. You can feel good about your accomplishments and the accomplishment you are about to complete in the next hour. You can feel good. You can feel good now because you know what to do next, and the task will be easy. Drop deeper before 6. You have momentum. If you made it this far, you're in the lead. 5. Settling into a safe spot where you can relax completely. 4. Letting go completely. 3. Resting at the pit stop for this leg of the race. 2 and 1 and relax. You can take a break now. You can stop shifting positions now. You can stop moving now and just relax completely, falling gently back, resting. Good job. I'm pleased to tell you that your race continues. Given your performance here, you get an advantage for this next leg of the race with another clue. Here it is. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can, and it is becoming easier and easier to take action, which means that I can start on a task I want to do immediately after this audio ends. I will do this task or series of tasks for an hour. When an hour passes, I know I've won another leg of the race. And as soon as I feel satisfied about how many legs I've completed or the progress I've made in what I set out to do, I know I've won the entire hypnosis race, and it's going to feel really satisfying. Whenever you're satisfied about how many legs you've completed or the progress you've made, you can know that you have won the race, and you can end the race by imagining yourself crossing a finish line. Then you can allow yourself to feel that satisfaction of winning. You will do this with ease, knowing that you can take breaks whenever your mind and body needs it, as long as needed, because just the progress, just the participation, just the action, no matter how small, is enough to win. 5 minutes or 60 minutes is enough. Making progress is enough. Doing what you feel is best is enough. So in order to enter the next leg of the race, you'll need another clue to help you along, but this time it will come as a fill-in-the-blank challenge. Complete the following sentences in your head, or you can say the answers out loud, whichever will help your subconscious support you in being productive. Complete this sentence. I can accomplish whatever I set. I can accomplish whatever I set. Now complete this sentence. If I want to go into trance, I. If I want to go into trance, I. And last one, please complete this sentence. It's becoming easier and easier to take. It is becoming easier and easier to take. Good. I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. If I want to go into trance, I can. And it's becoming easier and easier to take action. As soon as I wake you from this trance, this leg of the race will end and another one will begin. The impulse to move into any position will be completely gone, but you can remember the nicknames you gave them whenever you want to do something productive. They will serve as evidence of your ability to picture something in your mind and follow through with it. As soon as I awaken you from this trance, a new impulse will arise to complete the task or series of tasks you identified earlier that you would like to work on in the next hour. You will feel compelled to keep this momentum going. So 1, starting to bring yourself up and out of trance, feeling fully rested and prepared for this next leg of the race. 2, letting go of all suggestions that do not serve you effortlessly and easily now, but fully absorbing any and all suggestions that you want to take with you now. 3, ready to make progress, ready to bring your best self into whatever you have planned to do next. 4, moving faster into full wakefulness, becoming full of energy, opening your eyes and feeling bright and alert like you just took a long, restful nap. You are ready for what comes next, and you know exactly what comes next. 5, wide awake, eyes open, back into the room, wide awake. Now it's time to get started on your task. You know the one. Feel free to share in the comments about how you did. Until next time, remember to focus, take action, and relax.